on today's programme.
Hi, we are the Elephants Trail, a team of community reporters. We believe there's a direct link between wealth, ownership and the ability to live happy, healthy lives. We wanted to find some examples of this in our community. We felt it'd be right, first of all, to visit SC United, Manchester's community-owned football club. It's the last game of the season today, but we sense there is something bigger to this than football.
It's everything else that goes with it. When you think about what contribution you provide into the next generation or to younger people, you can't quantify it.
You know, FC's about like what we achieve together. The football almost feels like secondary to it sometimes, you know. And the more kind of involved and the more interested you get, you know, it's infectious. We make all the major decisions together. Like we have oversight. Cooperative run football club, and that's what it's all about.
That you're part of a movement of 2,500, 3,000 people. You do get that feeling of strength through collectivism. Last game of the season, the board works behind the bar because the idea is the board serves the fans. So if we've got a problem with the manager or the tactics or the way the club's run, then we've got to fix that. It's ours. So we've got to take a different sort of responsibility with it.
It's not just football that is uniting people. Project Skate Park has turned a once desolate space into a hub of solidarity and activity.
Skateboarding is known for using unusual spaces and urban spaces that were never designed for that purpose. We've taken a bit of what is essentially wasteland. It was rife with criminal activity, and projects worked with the City Council to build a skate park underneath here, and then over time, as you can see, it's developed and grown. People feel safer because they know that there are people around here using this space in a very positive way. I want everybody, regardless of whether they skate or not, I wanted them to feel like they were valued.
When you're on your own, there's that feeling of isolation. There's the feeling of sometimes hopelessness, but when you come together, good things happen. Look around you, what's happening today. We might not be financially rich, we might not have that financial power. Unfortunately, that does rule society and makes the big decisions that we're all having to live our lives by. But you know what? In our small pockets, like here in projects with you guys, there's wealth to be had and to be found in a different way.
Lastly, we've come to Open Kitchen, which is a food business with a wider social mission. Much of their profit is being invested back into the staff, the local community, or subsidising their many charitable projects.
The gap between managers and other members of staff isn't, I don't know, £10,000 to £20,000. We're all in a similar band, so no one's getting paid more than anyone else. You want to do well for the company then, rather than do well for yourself, and I think that's the best you can get out of people. It's more personal. I mean, take it personally if something goes wrong or stuff does get thrown away.
There's something wonderful psychologically, I think, about that sense of ownership. You kind of feel a lot more invested. We're demonstrating some of the problems in our big global food system, and with what we're buying, we're trying to demonstrate some of the solutions. We work with a huge range of companies, source perfectly edible food that will otherwise go to waste. Now, our profit margin is lower than a lot of other businesses, but we feel good about the way we're distributing wealth, both in how we pay our staff and who our suppliers are.
We had heard how wealth can often feel divisive, individual, and lead to competition. But what we saw, however, was a commonwealth that was uniting people and bringing them together. We witnessed communities sharing resources, skills, places, missions and passions. What each was investing was bringing a greater return, and everybody's lives were much richer. We asked them what more they felt was needed.
Those that are in the public sector or close to the public sector, they need to get a bit more flexible and buy local, buy social.
There's an area of land very nearby, underneath the Mancunian Way, and we want to start using that offer a vast amount of beginner workshops.
I am a woman, I'm also Asian as well, and it's also trying to encourage other young girls and from different backgrounds to come forward and say, well, you can do it, you know, you can be part of that.
And can you imagine supporter ownership at a Premier League club, at Old Trafford, for instance? Like, how incredible that would be. And it can happen. Like, your reality is what you make it. Like, if you alter the building blocks of it, you can achieve incredible things.